Good evening, my friends. Welcome, of course, to the Jackery channel. Guys, we do have some new product releases tonight. We actually have two of those products we'll actually be showcasing to you live this evening for you guys. I finally got some of the product in, which is actually quite cool. I'm actually quite happy with some of the product that I was looking at today and going to have some fun with that tonight. Now, guys, I want to thank you guys for joining us because without you, we wouldn't be doing this over here on this channel. Now, with that, guys, always smash that follow button and, of course, give that button a live notification click so you guys know when we go live. That literally costs you nothing. Now, for those of you also sitting here tonight that's going to join us in the stream, if you spend over $1,000, there's a little banner down at the bottom with a little code that you can put in on your purchase at the end of anything over $1,000 to get you guys 5% off. Now, with that, guys, we're going to call it semi-early bird special deals, and we're also going to call it the generator release show because we do have some of these products that we're going to be showing you guys live. But we're going to start this off with, of course, the 100 Plus Power Station tonight. You guys may have seen the 100 Plus, but it is a mighty little powerful mini station. Now, 31,000 milliamps of power. I'm going to talk about this. Let's get into this. The 100 Plus Power Station is 99 watt hours of power, 128 watts, or 31,000 milliamps of power. Now, it is a mighty little station. And what do I mean by mighty little? Well, that's because this is the size right here. It's literally the palm of your hand. Now, this device is actually kind of cool because it does come with the cabling USB-C to USB-C. It also comes with this adapter for a solar panel. That is a USB-C to DC plug. That's going to mean you're going to be able to plug in like the Mini 40, the 80 watt panel, and of course the 100 watt panel to charge this device. Now, of course, this device does have a multi-plug capability. You have two USB-C ports and 100 watts charging capability in and out. You also have a USB-A port, 18 watts max charging capable with that. Now, this device does have a display with a display button. We'll push that over there for you guys. You guys can see that little picture right there. It's actually a really cool little piece. Now, if I look at the bottom, you guys can see the QR code and everything else with the logo. This is a cool little piece because it can actually play Nintendo Switch off of it for about 4 hours. Or you can run other devices like a laptop, pads, tablets, iPhones, Android phones, pretty much whatever can use a USB-C and a USB-A can be ran off of this device. Now with it, there's actually a $20 clippable coupon on the webpage on there on Amazon. So you're going to get it for about $99. That's a good deal right there. You can't go wrong with that price point on this device. Under two, it's like, I think it's like literally at the edge of 2 pounds of weight, but very capable of being carried and taken everywhere. This thing is an amazing little product that does very, very well for the size. Now, it can be taken on a plane, it can be put in your backpack, you can go on a hiking trip or even a car trip. This is a nice little piece right here. Now, definitely compatible, has that PD 3.0 fast charging capability that you really want from a little bank like this, but this little power station is just that. It's a mighty little power station in a size. Hey, Bobberman, what's up, my friend? What's up, buddy? So right there, guys, the 100 Plus. Now, I go really far into depth into this one, but, that's pretty much what we got for it because we have new products we're going to show you guys as well. So the 100 Plus, great little piece for you if you're looking for something like that. Definitely check that out. Now we're going to be moving over to the 240. Now the Jackery Explorer 240 is a cool little power station as well in its own right. Now it's a step up from the 100 Plus, but it is one of their original pieces. Now right here you're going to notice that it has, of course, a fixed handle right here. Now it does have one AC outlet at 200 watts of pure sine wave power, but also has the USB-A's. Two of those, 5 volt, 2.4 amps, and a DC input plug. You also have a DC output port, but that is like a cigarette lighter. Now, with this one, you do have a display, but the display is a little bit different. It's almost a bluish white background. I'm going to call it a black and white style background of lighting. It does show, of course, the battery percentage and, of course, your voltage that you're using in and out. Now, this has got Class 9 drop protection, individually wrapped cells, and it also has this nice cooling area for it as well. Now, 240 watt hours of power is going to take approximately 3.5 hours to fully charge on this device. Now, this device does weigh approximately 6 pounds. Now, 6 pounds isn't a lot, so it's definitely capable of being carried and taken to places that some of the other stations may not be able to be taken to. That means you can take it up onto the tippy top of a mountain if you guys are rock climbers and you just want to get a little extra boost to charge your camera or something in places that maybe the 64-pound station can't go. And that's kind of cool. Now, you can also charge this on a cigarette car lighter, about 5 hours of charge rate with that, or solar panels. Now, with this one at 240 watt hours of power, means you're going to be able to charge your cell phone approximately 24 times. Your DSLR cameras about 15 times or so, or your drones as well. Now, yes, you could use this for more than just that. You could use it for CPAP machines. You could use it for your table lamps or even a TV like the one behind us. Now, do you know that it has one plug, so you're only going to be able to plug in one AC outlet with that. Do not use an extension cord. Now, technically, yeah, I'm sure you probably could use an extension cord. Don't recommend it because you don't want to overpower this. Now, the cool part about this is it's got protections built in, so it's not going to allow it. It will actually shut itself down and stop itself from damaging it. Now, the fixed handle is kind of cool, and I want you to know that this runs silent. Now, another cool thing is it has, of course, like this handle that I'm carrying it, silicone pads on the bottom, and that Class 9 drop protection. That Class 9 drop protection is meant for small falls. I will tell you, though, I dropped it about 9 feet, and it is not hurt. I'm not telling you to go out there and drop it 9 feet, but, accidental falls, it should handle very, very well with that. So that is, of course, the 240. Now, the cool part about this is, of course, at 27% off, so it's like $175 tonight. That's a good deal, a really great deal, and it's a limited time deal for you guys. But with that being said, we're going to move over to a new release. That's right, we're going to talk about the new release right here. This is the new 240. Now, this is their 2024 version. Now, the new 240 actually jumps up to 256 watt hours of power with individually wrapped LiFePO4 cells. Now, this also packs a 1-hour charging capability. So, literally, you can charge it in an hour compared to the 3.5 hours. Now, with it, of course, this is the new design. So, the new design is actually a square body like you would expect from the bigger ones. And you guys can see how new it is because it still has that plastic on the screen, which I'm going to peel off right now. We'll stick that to something just to, annoy myself later. Now, with this, of course, you have one AC outlet right there. That AC outlet, guys, is actually 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600 watts for that. Now, an even cooler part is it's got 2 USB-C ports. One of those USB-C ports is 100 watts max in and out. Then you have, of course, I believe that's going to be the 15-watt USB-C, and then a 15-watt USB-A port. Now, with this one, you do have a flashlight built in, and if we turn on the display or the product, which is going to come on in a second once I power it up, right there, if I click it again, the display will come on. Now, what you're going to see is a flashing at the top. This can actually pair with the app. Now, with that, of course, you do have the flashlight where it's got the multi-mode flashlight, just, SOS pattern, or, of course, on. And that's actually kind of cool. Has a handle. The handle does, of course, fold down and can be put away. The even better part is it moves away from the round DC plug to a wall plug. Now, the wall plug is going to be like your standard big gaming computer plugs, but they do give you the cabling for that. Now, with it, of course, you still have the silicone pads on the bottom, but 256 watt hours of power means you're going to be able to run this a lot longer for devices that you need. The 1-hour charge rate time on the wall plug means you're going to be able to charge it and run it a lot quicker as well. Now, if you want to use the USB-C port and plug it in and charge it off that 100-watt port, it's going to take 2 hours instead of 1 hour. Now, the even better part is if you guys have a solar panel like the 100-watt Solar Saga panel, you'll be able to charge that in 3 hours out in the sun. So you have those options. Now, this product is actually $249 tonight. The even better part about the 240 version 2 is there's a $50 clippable coupon as well. Now, what's even better is what you could run off of this. Bluetooth speakers, about 16 hours of runtime. Your phones, 12 times or more. Your laptops, about 3 times, or even your drones, 4 to 5 times. Now, since you have 256 watt hours of power instead of 240, you'll be able to even charge your DSLR camera batteries even longer. Better part is guys, it's still light, portable, and can be taken into those places that some of the larger ones can't be taken. This is going to be suitable for very many, I'm going to switch up the wording on that. It's going to be very versatile for a lot of different scenarios, ranging from like RV travel, camping, or just around the house usage, or even road trips. This is a cool one. You guys can even take it to the beach and plug in your speakers on the beach or your little mini coolers and do that as well. The 240 V2 is an amazing option. And of course, this is a standard one, but we also have it with a solar panel. So they do offer it with the Mini 40. So you're going to get this device, a cable kit, and a Mini 40 panel. Now, the Mini 40 panel, of course, is a nice little solar panel that I have sitting behind. Now, the Mini 40 panel is actually covered by, of course, different cable bags. I'm trying to put it a little bit. But this is your Mini 40 panel right here. So if you want that system with this panel, it's going to be about $349. The better part is there's a $100 clippable coupon for this current and new version of the 240. So if you guys are looking, both of those are great options, including the version with this solar panel. Definitely say check it out. We're going to get more into the solar panel as we go, but I'll just give you guys a quick glimpse of the solar panel out. But we will be showing the solar panel fully in a while. So definitely keep your eyes on that. It's worth checking out. Now, like I said, a lot of these stations are gonna come with the cable kit. The new 240 comes with this kit right here. So we'll just show you guys this kit tonight, and you guys can understand the variations. So first and foremost, the 240 kit, since it comes with the Mini 40 panel that I got, it comes with that cabling for it. So you have the plug that's going to go into the solar panel plus the DC plug. If you don't want to use it or don't have that DC plug, they do give you, of course, the DC to USB-C adapter. And I love they give you that. But they also give you, of course, the wall plug as well. So you do get a full-on kit with, of course, a zipped-up pouch that's going to work out well for you. So definitely check those out. Now, if you don't get that version, you're going to get a different version thus far, but they are all going to range pretty much the same, just, different stylings of the cables. Now, with it, guys, that is their new 240. Definitely worth looking at. I love the newer versions because they work with the apps. They're going to give you guys a range of options and more securities and protections. It's going to, of course, have that Class 10 UL protections. It's going to have up to about 52 forms of protections built into the Charge Shield 2.0. And I kind of like that they added that into the newer stuff as well on top of that. So definitely check those guys out. You're not going to be disappointed with that. $100 off on the kit, $50 off of the station by itself. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. And I want to thank Lois and them for sending that to me because honestly, I'm quite happy with looking at that so far. Now, with that being said, we do have another live product that we'll be showing you guys in a few. Of course, we're going to show you guys all these products live. What I mean is we're going to show you guys another new release in a few as well. Now, we're going to move over to, I believe, the 300. Now, the Jackery Power Station 300 is a nice, cool one as well. It's going to be right here. This is the 300. This 300 weighs approximately 7.1 pounds. It does come in about 21% off tonight, like $219 for this piece. Now, there's a $30 clippable coupon, and that's why it comes down to $219. Now, with that being said, guys, 293 watt hours of power, fixed handle, dual AC outlets, 300 watts of pure sine wave connectability. Now you do have three plugs right here: a USB A at 60 watts in and out, two USB C at 60 watts in and out, two USB A ports, all of that cool jazz, DC plug, and a cigarette lighter plug over here as well. Now, this is going to take you a little bit longer to charge. It's going to be approximately 3.5 hours to fully charge this, okay? Not a bad deal with the 300, but it does take a little bit longer to charge because it has the older charging technology. But this one does have the USB-C and wall plug capability. So if you plug both of those in and charge it that way, you're going to be able to fully charge this in approximately 2 hours. That's a good deal. That's a good rate of charge. Running this, though, this is going to allow you to run, let's say, a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours. Your camera gears, about 15 battery charges or more. Your drones, approximately 6 to 7 times with the drone battery, depending on the battery you're using. Now, this is only literally 8 inches tall by 9 inches wide. And there is Jennifer, of course. Jennifer, you just missed a new product release. We just showed the new 240, which is a beautiful little piece. Guys, this is what I consider zero emissions, about 7 decibels of sound, which is actually kind of cool. And, of course, lightweight and portable. The 300, of course, is an amazing little product that's going to cost you $219. So that's a beautiful one. This is an amazing one. Guys, carry it around like a boom box. You're not going to be worried about it. It's not too heavy. Hey, I appreciate that, Jennifer. I really do. Guys, cool piece. Definitely check this out, the 300. Just one of them things. Just one of them things. I'm going to sit here and hold it all night. What do you guys think? You guys like the colorway? I really do love their color. The orange and black is beautiful. It really is amazing. I think we're moving over to the 500 now. I'm going to move away from holding the products to let's show you guys on the table. Here's the table. We got a nice wide variety of products. We zoom on in, you're going to see the 500 right there in the middle. Now, the 500, single AC outlet at 500 watts of pure sine wave connectability, but it does pack 518 watt hours of power. Now, this is going to come in approximately $349 tonight, so that's actually a good deal with this one. Now, with that being said, though, it's going to take about 5.5 hours to charge with that. No problem, Jennifer. Not a problem whatsoever. Now, with it, of course, you guys can use the car outlet, 5.5 hours, just the same. And that's going to be ranging from like 0 to 80% charge rate. With this one, of course, not a bad deal. If you want to run things, though, you're going to be able to run a bunch of different stuff. You have 3 USB-A ports at 5 volt, 2.4 amps. You have, of course, 3 different DC plug output ports, 1 DC input port, and, of course, the AC outlet. So as the display. This one actually has the fixed handle, but also offers a flashlight on the side. So you can turn the flashlight on and go into SOS pattern as well by holding it down if you guys need. So it does have that. It has a larger air cooling technology on the side, so it keeps it cooler, of course, just like that. This is a cool one. Still has that display. Running different devices. You're going to be able to run more off of this, from mini coolers to your flat screen TVs to your laptops and everything under the sun. You're going to get approximately about 7 hours with the flat screen, 4 hours with an electric blanket, 30 hours with your laptop, blenders and so on. Cool little piece. The 500, though, does weigh approximately 13 pounds. So do know it has a little bit of weight. Now, of course, like I said, that's going to be on sale tonight. But we also have the 500 and, I believe, the solar panel kit. So if you want it with the Jackery Explorer 100 panel, it's approximately, I think it's going to be $5.99 tonight because I believe there's a $200 coupon. I'll check real quick. Yeah. There is a $200 clippable coupon for the Power Station and the Jackery Explorer 100 solar panel. So if you guys want one of those versions, the 500 or the 500 with the solar panel, both amazing pieces. How you doing, Jennifer? What's up? What's new? Tina, how are you doing? Hello. Uh, is that my sister? Hi, bro. I don't know if that's my sister or not. I just see Tina. I can't read it also. Oh, may not be my sister. I could be totally wrong. Now, guys, we're gonna move over into the 1,000 range. First, we're gonna start off with, I believe, the 1,000 Explorer. Now, this is gonna be the older one. Still a great piece. If we jump up here, you guys are gonna see that big old listing. Now, if I jump up even harder or higher, you're gonna see it. Now, of course, we're gonna zoom over. We're gonna bring that in. Now, it's gonna be a little bit higher. I did have to move some things around because we had other products tonight. Now, the 1000 Explorer is going to give you 1,002 watt hours of power at $619, which is a great deal. It is, yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if it was my sister popping in. Now, what's this, guys? Three AC outlets and 1,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 2,000 watts. Has two USB-C ports, two USB-A ports, and a 12-volt cigarette lighter. Now, with this one, it's got the Anderson clips or the alligator style clips right here. So you do have Anderson clips. That's going to allow you to clip multiple of solar panels with it. Also has the DC plug. Now, just like the rest of them, it has, of course, that screen and also has a multi-switches for every plug on here. So you can turn them on and off with that. Now, it still has the individually wrapped LifePost cells, but also has the light on the side. So you do have the light on the side here, but you can actually hold it down and go into SOS pattern as well with that. Now, it's kind of cool that you can do that. Now, this one does weigh a little bit more, so you do have to be careful. And then if you guys really want, you just tell my kid to be really quiet because I know she's home because I heard her. My kid's coming in the house, so all good. Now, with this, though, it's going to take a little longer to charge up, right? So, did it go in and out, really? Oh boy. We probably had an update, Jennifer, so it's cutting in and out from the sound gains. I'll have to check that out later. Really? You can't? Okay, well, I won't walk to the stuff no more. Fine, be that way. All right, I was just talking about the AC plugs, the power, the USB ports, the USB-C ports. The 5-hour wall charging capability. It does take 5 hours to charge it. About 11 and a half hours with the car outlet. And of course, about 6 hours with some solar panels. Now, with the 1,002 watt hours of power, it's going to allow you to run like a mini cooler for about 48 minutes. Or, your electric grill for about 50 minutes or so on. Now, with it, of course, you guys can run other devices like electric blanket for about 11 hours of runtime. Or if you guys wanted to, that 3-watt flashlight on the side, about 65 hours of runtime. Now, for the rest of you, maybe you want to run a flat screen TV. That's going to range from like 45 watts to 60 watts for about 9 hours of runtime with the 1000. It's a beautiful piece. Now, it is $619, so, going to be spending just a little bit for it, but it does pack quite a wallop with those 3 AC outlets and 1,000 watts of pure sine wave connectability. Now remember, with that pure sine wave, that means you are protected. It's not going to overcharge and over circuit and do all the damage that you don't want to a device that you're plugging into it. Now, if you guys want, though, they have, of course, that new version, and that's going to be the 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 is kind of cool. The 1000 V2 is their new current device. Now, if I drop the table down, you're going to be like, well, where is it? Well, it's right there on the table. You guys are just not paying attention. Or maybe you are. That is the new 1000 V2 power station. Now, the new 1000, of course, has the newer body style, which is actually amazingly well done. It actually has 3 AC outlets over there. Now, those AC outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power compared to the old one, which only does 1,000. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that whatsoever. Now, with this, of course, you have one USB-C port at, of course, 100 watts of charging capability. Now, you also have one USB-C port at 30 watts of charging capability as well. Now, with that though, you also carry that USB-A port that's going to do 18 watts of charging capability, but is individually switched with that. Now, with this one though, it does have, of course, the handle that can actually fold up and down, but it also carries a flashlight with this as well. You will actually have to turn it on. It has not been powered on since I got it, but there we are. It's powered up and ready to go. Right there is, of course, your flashlight, your multi-mode flashlight that's going to go brighter, and of course, as well as brighter. And that's actually quite bright that I'm seeing stars. Now, it has a handle that does fold up and down, and it is, of course, portable and carryable. Now, with it, though, it's going to weigh just a little bit more than the other one. This one weighs about 24 pounds. There's a $120 clippable coupon on this device today as well. To charge it, you can fully charge this device in 1 hour on a wall plug, which is amazing. If you plug it in with the USB-C 100-watt port, it's going to take a little under 2 hours to charge. Now, you can put this in what's called quiet charging mode, and it's going to take about 5 hours to charge on a wall plug. Now, remember, guys, it takes an app, and the app does run off of this, and I'm going to attempt to log into my account without you guys seeing my information. And let's see if we can get into this. Like that. We're going to... Nope. It did not want me to go in. Let's see if we can log in, and then let's see if we can connect up the power station to the system. So going into the app, of course, we're just going to put the plus system. It is actually flashing, and it's actually showing you guys, well, hey, you guys can't see that. Let's change camera views. Right there, it's showing you guys both the 240 and the 1000. So if I click the 1000 and I click the 240, it's going to say the device is not found, but it is definitely there, and we can actually use it with that. Now, it's not a big deal because the device definitely is found. It's just because we have so many devices already hooked up to it, it's going to go be a little finicky on my phone today. But once you're in there, guys, you're going to be able to run the plugs and turn it on and off. You'll be able to see the charge rate, the actual battery power. You'll be able to change the charging system into what I like to call that quiet mode, so it doesn't charge so loudly, which isn't a big problem. Now, with that charge rate, guys, you're going to be able to run a bunch of different products off of the 1000 because the 1000 does pack enough that you guys can actually use. That 1070 watt hours of power means you guys will be able to do, let's say, your phone about 74 times, your laptop 14 times, Bluetooth speaker about 50 times. For those of you that want to do, of course, that class 10 drop protection, of course, it's got the class 10. This has actually got 62 forms of protection in the Charge Shield 2.0. Now, that's actually kind of cool. Now, this will actually charge approximately 7.5 times more than the original, or 7.5 times faster than the original version. And that is an amazing piece of ideas. Now, with it, though, you can run that 5-watt light bulb about 69 hours of runtime. A 12-hour heated blanket will keep you warm during a power outage. And that is where you're going to be very comfy. So you can actually do a lot of stuff with this and actually keep going well. Now, the $120 clip coupon brings it down as well. Now, with it, though, we also have this product and the solar panels. So if you guys want the 1000 V2 with some solar panels, well, it's going to come with the Jackery Explorer 200-watt solar panel. Actually, I think it's, the 200-watt solar panel. So, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me make sure. Yeah, we do have it up here with the 200-watt solar panel. I was completely right the first time. So you're going to get this station for about $12.99, but there is a $400 clippable coupon. So you're going to save yourself a little bit of money on that station and their largest solar panel. You can't go wrong with that at all. Not one bit. Any questions about the 1000 V2, please ask. We will definitely answer. And if I don't know the answer, I'll make my kid answer it for me. Or I won't. She ran away. She just up and dipped. Just like that. Those are actually kind of cool, guys. Now, remember, it's got all the newer technologies built into these, so you're going to be quite happy with it. Individually wrapped life post cells. You You're going to have, of course, that fire retardant resistant shell. You're going to have that UL listed drop test approximately 90 centimeters or more, and everything else in between. You're going to have the multi-modes, the timers, and everything else in the app. It's going to make you very, very happy that you have one of these products. So we're going to move on. We're going to talk about the 2000 Pro, I believe, is where we're heading. That is definitely where we're heading is the 2000 Pro range. Now, the 2000 Pro range is another beautiful system, but this is going to be in the larger systems. Now, I call the 2000 Pro it's no longer entry level because you have a lot more power. Now, the 2000 Pro is actually on the opposite side of the table, and it's blocked by, of course, that little power station right in the middle. If I move that over, you guys are going to be greeted with the 2000 Pro. Now, the 2000 Pro, if I hit this, has a flashlight, right? It's got those multi-modes just like the other one. It has a nice high-contrast screen. It does have, of course, the display button that can shut it off. It has a cigarette lighter that is plugged by a cord, and, of course, has multi-connections. Now, with this one, though, you have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max charging capability, and 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability. You then have 3 AC outlets at 2200 watts of charging capability with this one. The new one has better performance. Yes, the new one has better performance than the old 1000. It also has better charge rate. It's got more battery life, and it's same with the 240 versions as well. So you're going to get a little more battery in both of those. You're also going to get quicker charge rates. You're going to get more protections. You're also going to get access to using those with the app. Both version 2s are going to give you that. Now, there is also another new product, the 600 Plus, that is going to be coming out or has dropped, which is also going to be very cool as well. So, yeah, they definitely have better performance than the originals. Now, the originals are still very, very great systems. You're just going to get newer technologies built into these ones. Now, with the 2000 Pro, guys, we're going to talk about 2-hour charge rate with that, right? So 2-hour charge rate, perfectly well done. It's good. You're going to have, of course, 2160 watt hours of power. That 2160 watt hours of power means you're going to have enough power to run more devices, including window ACs, electric drills, air compressors, or anything in between. Now, with it, though, you also have the option to charge it in a car for about 24 hours as well. Pat, how are you doing? Good evening, Pat. Now, with it, of course, like I said, 2-hour charge rate, but it's going to allow you to run your microwave for about 96 minutes. Your 1100 watt window AC for about 2 hours. Your 520 watt double door refrigerator for about 3.25 to 3.5 hours, depending on how many times you open that fridge or use the ice machine. You know who I'm talking about. Now, with those other people, maybe you want to use it outside in the camping for electric grill. You're going to get about over an hour of runtime. For those of you that want to do a movie night, 100 watt movie projector, guys, can run for a good amount of time off of this device. You have 3 plugs. That means you guys can plug it in. Now, this kit is like $18.99 tonight. It's 47% off. Now, what that means is you're going to get this power station and 2 of the Solar Saga 200 watt panels. You can charge it, you can run it, you can do it all at the same time. So you can have the solar panels running and charging at the same time. That's an amazing idea and a beautiful little piece. Now, for those of you that want their largest standalone system, we're going to talk about the 3000. Now, the 3000 Pro is a nice large system. We can actually move here, and of course, all of the cameras have been moved because I was bouncing around the table today. So right there's the 3000 and, of course, the 2000 Plus. Now, tonight we're showing you guys the 3000 and 3000 kit. So the kit comes with the power station and 2 of their large solar panels. Now, this kit's coming in at like $27.99 tonight with that clippable coupon. So it's going to save you about 30% of a purchase on this. Now, with it, 3024 watt hours of power, 5 AC outlets. Now, it's probably a little hard to see the AC outlets, and I'm not sure what's up with my lighting, but we can do this. Zoom you on in there. Now, you have 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts. The 3,024 watt hours of power means you're going to be able to run 1,150 watt window AC for multiple hours. You guys have more than that, though. Now, the runtime or charge time on this is going to take you approximately 2.5 hours to fully charge in a wall plug. If you have 6 of these solar panels, 3.5 hours. It comes with 2 of them in this kit, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a charge rate with solar panels, but you have those options. Now, for those of you wanting to run your 60-watt flat screen TV, which is playing right behind that device, you're going to get approximately 30 hours to 35 hours of runtime. Now, for those of you with that 1150 watt 10,000 BTU AC, you're going to get, of course, about 3 hours of cooling. Now, I have my AC on right now, which is why I'm actually kind of cool and in a good mood. For those of you with your refrigerators, about 5 hours of runtime. For those of you who want to run a TIG or MIG welder, yes, you can run a TIG or MIG welder off of this. You're going to get approximately about an hour of runtime off of 5,800 watt TIG or MIG welder. So that's a good amount of time for those of you that want a TIG, MIG, or a laser cut with a machine. Now, you definitely can use it on your sub pump or your well pump. But it's about 60 watt pump, so you're going to get about 32 hours of runtime with that. For everybody else, if you guys want to do a movie night out back, about 21 hours with that 100 watt projector, it's going to do phenomenally well for that. Yeah, they're amazing, amazing products. Now, we're going to get into a little bit more with this one because this device does weigh approximately 64 pounds, so it does take a little bit to roll it around. Right there is the image that I want to show you guys because it does have 3-inch large wheels on the side and, of course, handles to lift it up and down. Most of you are not going to be lifting this up and down like I do every time I do a show. You guys are probably going to use the aluminum telescopic handle to wheel it around, and that's probably the smartest idea because they do give you that handle to do that. You don't have to lift it up as high as I do every time I do a show. I don't mind doing it because I like showing it off to you guys. Now, with it, though, you guys have 12 forms of protection, 9 temperature sensors, and, of course, multitudes of securities with 30% heat disposition in there. Now, just like, of course, most of the other ones we're going to show you guys, it does work with the app. The app is completely free on the iOS page or, of course, Android. So both of those stores will allow you to get that app with no problem. For those of you that want to connect it up and run, you guys can run that 3 watt to 5 watt light bulb for about 220 hours, or, of course, the AC, like I said, about 3 hours. For everybody else, guys, you have this beautiful little station that's going to do amazingly things. That's going to make you very, very happy. Now, like I said, it works with the app. The app's going to allow you to turn on the switches even from away from home. So let's say you left the homestead, you left your garage, or you left your house, and you're worried you left something running. Hit the switch from your phone, it will shut it off, and you're good to go. Now, do remember, though, to run that app away from home, this device does need to be connected up, of course, to the system. If you are not on a grid or internet power system, you do need to be local to run those switches off of the phone. Just throwing it out there. It's a beautiful piece. The largest standalone system. Great price point with 2 solar panels today, about $27.99. Definitely worth checking that one out and getting one. Any questions? Let's see what else we can show tonight. I think we got the 300 plus. The 300 plus is another little power station that packs a good amount of power for the size rate, right? Now, for a product that weighs approximately 7 or so pounds, this is going to range in a decent amount of power. Now, here, of course, is that device. This is going to be 288 watt hours of power. Now, you heard me right, 288 watt hours of power, but it has multiple connections. You have that AC outlet at 300 watts of pure sine wave connectability, which means you have no power spikes that's going to hurt your device that's plugged into it. You can go up to 600 watts of run power. Don't recommend it, but it can go over that if need be. Now, it does have, of course, a flashlight. cigarette lighter plug, and of course 2 USB-C ports. One of those USB-C ports is an in and out port at 100 watts max capability. You also have a USB-A port. That USB-A port, guys, is 15 watts max charging capability right there, right? So you do have that display, the handle that's going to move around. Of course, you have that larger wall plug and the cooling technology with this. With this, though, you're going to be able to run your Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours of runtime. You're going to be able to do your house fan for about 4.5 hours. For those of you that just want to charge your phones, about 13 charge rates, right? 13's not bad. It's a good, decent amount of charge rates with this. Now, this does support like 1 to 2 days of outdoor exploration if you're just using it for your cameras, your phones, or your lighting gear and stuff like that. So you have a good runtime, but it decently well. Now, this is like 21% off, so it's like $236 tonight, which is a good deal. It's a really, really good deal. The E300 Plus is an amazing product. Now, not only do we have the E300 Plus, but we have the E300 Plus and solar panel. So you're going to get this power station and the Mini 40. Now, we have shown you guys the Mini 40 a little bit ago, but we'll show it again. So it's going to come with, of course, this right here, the Mini 40. Now, the Mini 40 is a nice trifold design, but with the magnetic clasp that pops open to your monocrystalline solar cells. It comes out into a 4-panel design. 4 panels is going to do just enough, but it's the size of this. This is like a notebook, so you can put it in your backpack for hiking or other devices. So the Mini 40, guys, great option, and that's going to come in like $299 for that one if you want it with the Mini 40. And you also have another option with the 300 Plus, and that's going to be, of course, the Mini or the 100 solar panel. So you can get the 300 Plus with the 100 watt solar panel. Now, the 100 watt solar panel is a bit bigger. So this is actually the 100 watt solar panel. This is going to come in at like $499 for the kit with this one. So that's like 22% off. That's actually a good little price point. So if you want a solar panel and a power station, both of those options are amazingly well, decently priced for you. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, and I don't want to sneeze live. Now, for the rest of you, we're going to move into modular systems range. Now, modular systems are what I like to call the creme de la creme. You guys can actually add extra batteries to the modular systems, and I kind of like that. Now, the first one we're going to show you guys is the 1000 Plus. Now, the 1000 Plus, you're probably wondering where's it at. Well, if I move up a little, it's right there in the middle. That's the 1000 Plus. Now, the 1000 Plus is 1,264 watt hours of power by itself alone. Now, it is actually about 29% off tonight, so it's like $849 for this. Now, 1,264 watt hours of power. It's going to be about under 2 hours to fully charge on a wall plug, which is actually nice. 7 hours on a cigarette lighter in your car, or of course 4.5 hours if you have 4 Solar Saga 100 panels. Now with it, it has, of course, that 10-year lifespan with the individually life post cells, up to about 62 forms of protection. This has that class 10 protection as well with it. Now the runtime, of course, since it is 1,264 watt hours of power, means you guys can run that 1,150 watt, 10,000 BTU window AC for a little over an hour if you guys want to. Now, of course, it's going to be around about 30 decibels of power. It is very sustainable power and, of course, fast charging capability. Running devices off it, you're going to get approximately 1 hour with that portable AC, 96 hours with the lamp that's built on it. Now, it does have 3 AC outlets at 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power, 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts capability, and 2 USB-A ports at 15 watts, or actually 18 watts capability, not 15. Now, it's got that flashlight built in, and of course has that handle that can be moved around. Right there, guys, is an amazing option for you. If you guys are looking for just a power station alone, the 1000 Plus is 1,264 watt hours of power at $849. Now, we also have this power station with some solar panels. Now, of course, the solar panels that are going to come with this is the station and 2 of the 100 watt Solar Sagas. Normally, like a $1,700 price tag, it's like $1,199 tonight. So if you guys want that with the solar panels, that's a good price point. Now, it comes with the 100-watt solar panels, which are waterproof, water resistant, can be used in harsh and wet weather, and will give you about 23% efficiency conversion rate with that power range. But what I'm going to tell you guys is definitely get the kit. Now, the kit is going to come with, of course, the power station and a battery. Now, the battery, of course, is right there on top on the other side. Now, this full kit is going to come with solar panel, station, and a battery. Now, the 1000 plus kit is going to come with about 2,528 watt hours of power. You just doubled your battery power range. Now, like I said, it is modular, so you can actually add 3 of those batteries to have 5 kilowatts of hour power. You can actually run 4 of these solar panels off of this station. While you're running the solar panels, you plug in that power station and run it all together, and you can charge and discharge at the same time. With this kit, normally $23.99, it's like 27% off tonight. So you're going to get it for about $17.49. Now, since it is over $1,000, use that little banner code down at the bottom and save another 5% off of that purchase. You can't go wrong with that purchase. You can't go wrong with that product. It is definitely worth checking out. Now, for those of you that want to go to their largest modular system, of course, we can go down here to the 2000 Plus. Now, the 2000 Plus is literally identical to the 3000 Pro as in case-wise. It's actually approximately the same weight as well, about 64 pounds. Now, with this one, though, it is 2,042 watt hours of power by itself. Now, the 2000 Pro is coming in at about $19.99 tonight. I think it's actually a little cheaper than that. It's like $16.99 with the clippable coupon. So there's a $200 clippable coupon, if I can remember right. Now, just like the 3000, it's got 3-inch large wheels, a telescopic handle that's going to allow you to roll it around like a suitcase. And again, that is what it looks like right there. That means you can roll it around in pretty much any surface except for quicksand. I'm just saying it now. You're not going to be rolling through really muddy mud or quicksand or deep sand whatsoever. Most of us probably won't take that. Now, with this, of course, you got multi-protections. You have, of course, that large battery rate, and it only runs about 30 decibels. Now, with this device, it's going to take you about 2 hours to fully charge it. It has 5 of those AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do about 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but will peak at 6,000 watts. That's a large amount of power with that. Now, of course, guys, you can expand it up to about 12 kilowatts of power, but we'll talk about that in a second. The station alone, without a battery, can run a CPAP machine for approximately 150 hours. Your 520 watt refrigerator for a little over 3 hours. Your window AC for about 2 hours of runtime with that. Now, for those of you that want to run, of course, like the angle grinders and stuff, you can definitely do that with no problem. For those of you that want to use it to cut or weld, about a little over a half hour of runtime. For those of you that want to do, let's say, the lawn care, you can do it for about 2.25 hours of lawnmower runtime with that as well. Maybe you want to make a coffee. Well, you can run an espresso machine for about 2.5 to 3 hours off of this device. If you want to run, let's say, your mini cooler in your car, about 26 hours of runtime with that. So that is, of course, the 2000 Plus by itself. Now, we also have the option of the 2000 Plus and some solar panels. Now, that's going to be their largest solar panels, the 200 watt solar panel. And of course, my kid is eating all of my Tillamook pepperoni before I can get to it. We're going to have to put her on a limit. Yeah, you heard me. Don't be eating all my pepperoni. It was a 3-day cross-country trip for that. All right, guys. Now, with it, of course, if you want it with the solar panels, it's going to be about 25% off tonight. Normally $32.99. It's like $24.79 for the power station and 2 of their largest solar panels. Now, on top of that, I'm going to tell you guys to get the full kit, the 4000 kit. Now, the 4000 kit is the power station, the battery, and those 2 solar panels. Normally $5,000 price tag. This is going to be approximately $3,599 today. That's right, a 28% savings with that clippable coupon. That means you just doubled your power range. And of course, the battery is just literally sitting right above it. That is, of course, the E2000 battery. Now, with that, you're going to have 4,085 watt hours of power. The cool part about that is that means you guys are in that power range where you might be able to unlock a 30% tax credit from, of course, the government. You'll have to go through like the residential clean energy credit programs for that to sign up for that. That is not offered by Jackery. That's a full different thing, but it is out there. Now, with that, that means you just doubled your runtime on your window AC from approximately 4 hours, right? Let's say you could run your window AC for multiple hours. You can do your CPAP machine for 300 hours. You can do your refrigerator for a little over 4 hours. If you want to run a PC, guys, like a 200-watt little PC, about 24 hours of runtime. For those of you that want to do a movie night, about 28 hours outside on a projector, of course, or that welding machine, a little over an hour and a quarter, of course, with that. Angle grinders, 8 hours, lawnmowers, 4.5 hours to 5 hours. Drills are going to range from 400 watts to 700 watts, so you're going to get about 6 or so hours of runtime. So the 4,000 kit is definitely the one to keep your eye on, especially at that price point, guys, at 28% off. That's a really, really amazing deal. Definitely check that price point out. Now we're going to move into, of course, the solar panels, guys. We're going to talk about the Mini 40 first. Now the Mini 40 is, like I said, a book-sized solar panel that is, of course, waterproof and water resistant. Has right here their Jackery logo. Now, with that Jackery logo, that is, of course, the magnetic clasp. So if you guys flip it over and lift up, that clasp will come out. You're then going to be greeted with, of course, the trifold design with quad monocrystalline solar cells. Now, these cells are going to give you guys about 23% conversion rate of electricity through the sun, which is kind of cool. It does have, of course, magnets right here, guys. These magnets are going to help keep it closed. But on the back side, you also have these clasps that will latch as well. Now, the one thing we'll also tell you, though, is use the ringlets right here. These ringlets will help keep it tied down. Now, with this, you'll be able to use this on a multitude of different stations from the 100 plus to the 240 all the way up to, I think it's like the 300. And I believe possibly the 500 as well with that. Now, of course, you'll need, of course, the cabling. It does come with the cabling. But if you have the certain cables, guys, like the USB-C plug, you can plug that in and you can charge your tablet, your stations with that plug, just direct plug and charge. So right there is the Mini 40. The Mini 40 is a really cool piece. I definitely agree with the Mini 40 solar panel because it is literally the size of a notebook, 3-ring binder, and it can fit in your backpack, or it can be taken pretty much anywhere. So if you guys need, that is definitely worth checking out. Now, if you guys want a really large solar panel, we can talk about the Solar Saga 100. Now, the Solar Saga 100 is going to come in approximately $238 tonight, which is a good price point. Still fully waterproof and water resistant. It has, of course, an ETFE laminated case or handle. It's also going to have earth magnets inside there that's going to keep this latched closed just like that. Now, with this, of course, it has this nice little Velcroed legs. You got 2 of these on both sides. This is a trifold design. On the back, you have this zipped up pouch. The zipped up pouch is actually where you're going to be greeted with, of course, the cabling that is permanently connected. Now, this cabling is, of course, 9 feet in length and does have, of course, dual adapter. The adapter that's on there is going to be for your 1500 and your 2000. For anything under that, you'll pop that off and use the under adapter instead. Now, of course, you probably could plug it into a bigger power station, but you're not going to get that proper charge rate. Now, the panel is nice and large, and it's going to grab a lot of light. You guys will see that light being grabbed right now from, of course, my light gear. So you guys are going to see the bright lights with this. Now, it's a monocrystalline solar cell that can be used in harsh and wet weather. You literally can wash this off with a hose if it gets dirty. It's not going to hurt this device. Now, with it, of course, nice large panel that can be set up in under 30 seconds and be used and charged. This is compatible with the 240 all the way up to the 1500 power station. Now, they say the 1500, but technically you can plug it into the 2000 as well. It's just not going to charge it at a rate that you would really want it to charge at. So it's going to take a little longer to charge those bigger ones. Now, with it, of course, nice and portable and, of course, acceptable in this range of usability. ETFE laminated case and, of course, shell to carry it around. That is actually a good price point, guys, tonight. So, like $238 is an amazing price for a solar panel light of its size. Now, let's see here. I believe we're going to show you guys the 200. Hey, Sheila, how are you doing? Now, we're going to move over to the Solar Saga 200 panel. This, of course, is going to be the last product in the carousel, but definitely worth checking out. We actually have a video for it in action. This is the Solar Saga 200 panel. Now, the Solar Saga 200 panel is actually coming in about $499 tonight, normally $700 price tag. Fully waterproof with an IP68 water rating. It does come with this nice little ETFE case, and the case does zip up and has a clasp. Now, with that, of course, guys, you also have a 10-foot cable inside that case as well. This is a trifold design. So it's going to trifold out, but it has quad panels. It actually has 3 kickstand legs, and it comes with a 9.5-foot to almost 10-foot cable. That cable does come with a straight angle and, of course, a 90-degree angle as well. This will do about 24% conversion rate in lower light settings as well if you need to. Now, very compatible with the 1500 all the way up to the 3000 Pro power stations. Now, the one thing I will recommend is always getting the extender cables. So get that 16-foot cable to extend it out, and don't worry about it because, hey, then you can put your system away with that. Now, you guys are seeing right here me unwinding the cable, connecting it up, and you're also going to see me connect it up to the 3000 Pro. Within seconds, like literally from the moment it's plugged in to the moment I grab that phone, approximately 15 seconds or so, it's already grabbing about 153 to 155 watts of power. Now, these are going to actually pull 200 watts of power at 18 volts. The 100 watt is going to do 100 watts of power at 18 volts. And, of course, the Mini 40 is down there a little lower. Now, right there, it's a little harder to see because of the sun, but it does say about 153 to 154 watts of power being drawn in and charged off of that. And on the back, you'll see the actual angled plug. Now, right there's your monocrystalline solar cells that are actually beautifully well done. Now, remember, don't step on these, don't bend them, don't crush them. I mean, it's a solar panel. You don't want to break that glass. You don't want to break, of course, the traces that's going to allow that power to be traced from the panel into the, of course, you're charging on this. So if you guys need right there, the 200 is an amazing solar panel. And, of course, it's about 29% off tonight, so $499 is an amazing deal. Now, for the rest of you, remember we did show you guys the new 240. We also showed you guys the new 1000 V2. Both of those have newer technologies compared to the other ones, or the older 1000 and the 240. Now, they are also on early bird sales because they have just been released, so you definitely going to want to check those out. Now, for everybody else, though, if you spent over $1,000, make sure to use that coupon code down at the bottom to save an extra 5% off. A bunch of great products, a bunch of great deals for you guys tonight. Definitely worth checking out. Now, what I'm also going to tell you is, before we go, is I'm back here on the 22nd. So, Wednesday the 22nd, I am back for another show. And yes, that is my birthday. For those of you that know me, I will actually be streaming on my birthday with more Jackery products. So definitely give that follow button a smash. Also give that live notification button a smash so you guys are notified when we go live with our streams. Now, for the rest of you, I want to thank you guys all for being here. It's been a lot of fun tonight. New Jackery, yeah, you want to see him? I can show the new Jackery products real quick. Well, I'll show them to you, Sheila. I don't have a problem. So, Sheila, this is the new 240 right here. So you do have the new 240. The new 240 does pack more power. So, yes, we can actually talk about the 240. So the new 240 actually has more power than the old one. So you're going to get a little bit more power in the oomph range with this. This is a 2024 package deal. 256 watt hours of power, of course, has a higher power rate right here. So, yes, it's a 240, but it does 300 watts of pure sine wave power. It actually has a foldable handle. It even comes with a flashlight, which the other one doesn't as well. So, this is kind of cool. So, yes, this is the new version of the 240. This is an amazing little piece. Now, if you want to see the old 240, this is the older 240. So you can see the difference, the shape, the body styles. The old one has only dual plugs. The new one actually has two USB-Cs and a USB-A instead of USB-As. It comes with, of course, a wall plug and can be fully charged in like an hour on a wall plug. So wall charging with this also works with an app. Has newer technologies and newer protections with the 240. This is a really cool one. Now, on top of the 240, Sheila, we also have their new 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 is another really cool new line, and I'll actually swap over to that. And we'll show you guys that right here. Now, we're going to have to go over here. Let's drop down. So, the camera just went wonky, did it not? So that is their new 1000 V2. The old 1000 actually had, of course, a fixed handle. This one has a handle that moves away. This actually has 3 AC outlets, of course, with this as well. Now, the 1000 V2 does pack even more power. So you're going to get 1,070 watt hours of power with this, but can charge in 1 hour, as in where the other one actually took over 3.5 hours to fully charge. So this can be charged in 1 hour of time. Still, this one works also with an app, unlike the other 1000. So you have the app technology with that as well. Now you got 1500 watts of pure sine wave power through the 3 AC outlets. You have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port and the other is a 30 watt port. Now you also have, of course, that 15 watt USB-A and, of course, that flashlight on the front with the cigarette lighter plug. Now they also have the version V2 with, of course, a solar panel. All of these are great technologies, but there's another product that we didn't show you guys, which I believe is possibly in the next show. So we're going to probably show you guys the 600 plus at some point. Now, for those of you that want to know, though, the V2 is definitely worth checking out because of that quick charge rate. Now, there are a few other new products out there as well, like the Anderson plug connector. So there are some other pieces that we'll be showing you, some new solar panels and everything else as well. So, bunch of cool options. But yeah, new products. Bunch of new products, Sheila. We'll be definitely getting more into those products as we go. Hey, right on, right on. You know, you asked, so I showed. All right, guys, with that, I want to thank you guys all for being here. Remember to smash that follow button and, of course, check out those products at any time. These streams are always left up on the page so you guys can come back and watch them later. With that, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night for our next show. Have a good evening, everybody. Later.